Leaving something behind, moving towards something new, but not knowing where you're going or what the outcome will be. That's an uncomfortable middle place, what I call the void. And that's what we're sitting with this week. A couple of weeks ago, the Driftwood card pointed to exactly that idea of moving through something without knowing what the outcome and the destination is going to be. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time with that today, not rushing through that transition when changes are happening. One of the first things about moving through the void is acknowledging it. So, what does this in-between place feel like for me? What words or images come to mind? I know for myself that when I've been in the void before, I've had a feeling of anxiety, but also a kind of knowing that it's a healing place. It's something I have to move through, even though it's deeply uncomfortable. And I remember at times I've had to really try hard to keep trusting that, the other side of this void, the place where I'm going, will become clearer and that things will work out okay. What about you? Have you let yourself really fully acknowledge you're in the void, or have you been trying to push past it? I think it's important to understand also what's uncomfortable about the void. What makes the void feel most uncomfortable? And how am I filling it? Am I trying to fill it with busyness or distraction or rushing forwards? What am I avoiding? So again, for me, I know definitely in the past and probably still actually, when I'm moving through something, I'm not sure that I do allow enough space. In the past, I know that I've definitely filled the void with busyness and rushing around, and really not stopping to think long enough about the decisions I'm making. And that's been to my detriment, really. I haven't taken the time to fully process the transition. And so I've moved through it, but to similar, familiar things rather than, um, you know, taking the time to fully process what I've left behind and to fully process what it is that I truly want to move towards. But I think the void is an uncomfortable place because of the fear of not knowing how things are going to turn out. What about you? What do you think? That middle place? What do you find uncomfortable about it? When we're in it, it's helpful to know what your anchors are. What's consistent and reliable, even in the midst of change? What can I come back to? Whether that's something within myself or something around me. So I know for me, a regular routine, a morning coffee and walking the dog, is something that even with change, I'm still going to be doing. So gives a sort of sense of safety or regularity, even at times of change, usually. But if I'm, in different places and I'm not in a position where I can be walking the dog and so on, but I've had change where I've, moved places, moved countries, been all over the place, that having those touch points in my life with special friends, close friends who've been with me through thick and thin, you know, they've probably been the most reliable and consistent for me over the years. What about you? You know, when push comes to shove, when you're really feeling in a rocky place, what feels consistent and reliable? What are your anchors? Thinking of people, places, practices, things that help you to feel steady. The fourth phase, I think, is about making space rather than filling it. So, you know, I said about not rushing to fill the space, but taking the time to process the transition. You know, I wonder what it would mean to stop trying to resolve the situation, to not be so concerned about the outcome maybe, but just simply be in the middle place for now, just be in it, knowing that things will move forwards in their own time. I mean, I know I have been able to do that in the past, but it's been kind of enforced, you know. It's like, okay, I'm powerless in this situation, actually. I know I'm moving, I know I'm not where I was, and I'm not quite sure where I'm going, and I can't really do very much about the present, you know, I can't force change. So I'm a bit powerless, but so I'm going to sink into the now and trust that this is going to take me somewhere, somewhere that I can adjust to and that I can live safely, comfortably, and happily. So have a think about that for yourself. You know, how do you approach that idea of making space? Whether it's an attitude or whether it's actually logistically, you know, and practically in those sorts of terms. How do you make space in order to, I guess, sit in the void and nurture yourself and be gentle with yourself through it? Okay. The void isn't empty. It's full of possibility that hasn't taken shape yet. And you don't have to know what's coming next. You might end up on a beautiful beach, taking us back to this driftwood card, which is being carried by the current and which has let go and accepted that, you know, you might end up on that beautiful beach, but you just need to come through this stage as calmly and peacefully with as much steadiness as you can. So if you'd like more prompts to work through this theme, the YouTube companion resource for change and transition, it's got more journaling space alongside these videos, and the link is in the description below. So next week we'll do a relaxation on this theme of change and transitions, navigating through them. I hope you find this series helpful. I hope you found this video helpful. Do like if you do, because that helps me as well. And I'll see you next week, hopefully with a relaxation to help you just settle your nervous system as you go through change. Okay, take care. Bye bye.